Hey, welcome back. Today we're playing Kingdoms and Castles, or as I like to call, the Slavery Simulators. But enough of that, it is time for a new game. We are playing in creative mode. This is going to be terrible. For the peasants, that is. As you can see, the name has already been decided for my kingdom, Ocean Breeze. But that doesn't really show what my kingdom is all about, so let's change it up. How about, what are you doing? Get out of here right this instant. Oh, looks like there's a limit to how long the name can be. Well, what are you doing? Get out of it is. Next up, we can choose a banner for our kingdom. Starting with, the lion does not turn around with a small dog barks. Up next, a knife. Then we have 10 points to Gryffindor, Nat 20, 10 points to Slytherin, and the lion again. Just orange. But what I am more interested about is the custom banner right here. I think I've got an idea. A starving peasant crying for help with a name like this and a banner like that. If anyone still decide to come live here, congratulations, you are just the kind of people we need. First thing first, the location of our keep. The very heart of the kingdom. So the game recommends us to settle down somewhere around trees, fertile land, or stoned. So you know what we're going to do. Exactly the opposite of that. And placed. Ah yes, the good old building roof suspended in the air first and foundation later. And it's done. It comes with a banner. So down here you would see that we have 5 people in our kingdom and 0 bed for them to sleep in. That is why they're crying like babies right now, because they don't have houses to live in. Now if you come down here, you will see a selection of buildings you can build for the kingdom. And you know what we should be building right now? That's right, massive road that stretch across the island into nothing. Now let's build a house here, all the way from the castle. And of course with the front door faced away from the road for extra flavor. And would you look at that, these guys are already moving to their new home. And they're not even staying on the road. You know it's bad when peasants choose to go through a real life obstacle course than using the road you've built for them. Hey look, they made it! It takes only 3 years. So hungry. Now if you look over here, you will see what our peasants do not have. Access to charcoals, friends, roads, access to clean water. So we are just going to go with the least important one first, which is neighbors. Just gonna put them right here. With the front door facing against each other. Can you imagine waking up in the morning just to see that? Well, try imagining this. 60 of these houses doing the exact same thing. All of them are facing against each other, except this one. This one has Ryan Williams.
Would you penetrate yourself?
Oh, and while we're building the houses, I've also cut down every single trees on the island. So now we can see every single thing that was hidden before. Like these doggo dens here. And they're causing a little bit of a problem here, you see. The problem being killing half of my peasants. And that is because the wolf would kill anyone who come inside this area here. So you know what we're going to do. Build a wall. And not just any wall. A wall of houses, all facing towards the wolf den, always watching, always judging. And I did the same to every single wolf's den. Oh, it's just so perfect, isn't it? I like how all of them just stare at the wolves, but none of them dare get any closer to it. This is getting awkward for the wolves, actually. Give them some privacy, please. While we were busy building houses, I didn't realize that we have a visitor. King Degenus from the Purple Empire. Ah, you are from a neighboring kingdom. A peaceful kingdom, we hope. Oh, I wouldn't say that. Well, let's see how much we can make them hate us. Hardly, you better watch out.
Understandable. Have a great day.
Where are you going? I love how the first thing they do is jumping into the ocean just to get away from my kingdom. And I think I know exactly why. Food. Or the lack of, that is. So we're gonna build a farmland right here. Can't have a miserable kingdom when everybody's dead anyway. Oh, it's so ugly. It's perfect. But it's still missing something. That's right. Another wall. And the only way to come in here is through the security shack right here. And here come the farmers. Not using my beautiful roads as always. I love how after a while, the game just gives up on trying to make the farmers follow the path and make them no clip through walls. Cause we all know the game is just tired of my bullshit. So here's how it works. The farm would yield some food right before winter. And that's when the farmers would start bringing them home so they can be eaten later. They have to hurry though, because anything left uncollected will be gone by the end of winter. And by that I mean everything. Don't you just hate it when the very food you are carrying on top of your shoulder just decide it wants to cease existence? And now they're going back to work just to do it all over again. Say goodbye to the world outside the wall because this is your new home. But a problem still remains. How do we bring food from here all the way to here? And the answer? A volatile, self-regulating nexus of exchange and value. Or in another word, a market. All 10 of them clustered together. Unnecessary? Sure. Am I gonna keep it? You know I will. Up next, granary. One inside the wall, one next to the market. So here's how it works. Food comes out, food goes in. And you'll never see your family again. Now, I want to introduce you to our new friend, the transport cart. Connect one to this granary, and the other one like this. And voila, there it goes. But you know what? I think one won't be enough. Let's give our cart some more friends. Ah, much better. And they're not even carrying anything most of the time. It's perfect. Now, if you look over here, you would see that the happiness is 21. And if you look up here, you would see why. Recent food shortage. Minus 10 for not having a tavern? Minus 10 for not having a jousting arena? Also, I like that being homeless only gives minus 8 happiness. My peasants may be hungry and homeless, but that does not stop them from craving alcohol and violence. Ah, thank you, game, for telling me that the happiness is trending towards 0. Just what I need to know that I'm doing something right. In that case, we shall call this area the Global Trading Hub. And you know what this place needs? A symbol. Now we can go with something that the game has already provided for us, like the statue of Captain Levi. But I have another idea. How about a tower? And we will call it the Global Trading Tower. It is beautiful, but why stop there? Let's build 2 towers. I call them the Sibling Towers. And no, your eyes do not fool you. That is a dragon just flying past our building. Oh, it's like a tall building has a magnet for anything that can fly. Oh, careful! He couldn't attack my tower this time. Not today. Alright, time to push the game's limits. But first, let me show you something. So if you build a tower up like this, you would see that after a while, it would reach its limits. But then if you build next to the same tower up to the same level, then the game would let you build even higher. Then you go back to build the other one to the same level, and then you build it even higher, and so on and so forth. You're thinking what I'm thinking, right? So how far up would the game allow us to build here? Hold on tight, I got a research to do. It is now year 56. Famine is more widespread than ever. But at least we have our answer. The answer is quite high. There seems to be no limit actually. Oh boy, how I want to look up to see this majestic thing. But the game dev won't allow that. If there is one thing that city building game has taught me, it is that you always look down on people. One of these castle block has 20 health, and for each level that you add to the block, it gains 10 additional health. That means that our sibling tower is 4040 blocks tall. But this number won't tell us anything until we go to the top of the tower. And I have an idea on how to do just that. So you can build an archer tower on top of these stone blocks. And when you do, 2 peasants will become archers and stay at the tower. So I will build a tower on top of this building. And if we're lucky, we'll catch a ride with the guy that will be climbing this tower. And looks like this is the guy. Peter Angstad, 57 years old. Feeling more secure with the recently built archer tower. Well, what are you waiting for? Climb up that tower. Ah, isn't it such a nice view from up here? You can see wolves of the wall, farmers of the walls, hard at work. Oh look, it's the Purple Kingdom again. I'm gonna have to ignore him this time. I hope he doesn't mind. We have reached the top of the tower, and it took us 30 minutes just to get up here. That is about 3 in-game years. That is not the case for Peter though, because apparently he hasn't aged at all. Can you imagine being a dragon soaring through the sky, and then suddenly arrows start raining down on you from above? Well, just know that it was Peter who shot you. This is what spending 3 years per day just to get to your job does to a man. Alright, let's get back down to the surface.
Let's go.
And looks like the Purple Empire is still waiting to talk to us. I do not appreciate being ignored. And to that I say,
Mind your business, David!
Are you fucking serious?
oh, and there they go. At this moment, I also noticed something else quite strange. The farmers are actually dying in here. Well, we can't have that. We need to fix this problem right now. Let's start a war. Let's build a bridge to connect to the Purple Island. Oh, I'm coming for you. What do you mean I can't build over deep water? You know what? That's fine. Who needs a bridge when we have this? I introduce you the Bridge of Aquatic Transport, or as I like to call. Oh, now let's send our diplomat over to see see what the other kingdom looks like. It's pretty cool actually. I rate it 4 out of 10. Not enough starving peasants. What shall we speak of? Let's chat. The Vikings caused some damage. Send troops now. I refuse. And also, I have a request. Give me money. I refuse. Now fuck off. Alright, good talk. Peace was never an option. Alright, while this empire is busy preparing an army to attack us, let's go back to our island. There is still one problem here, you see. The happiness is still not 0. But we can't have that. Let's get to work. Here are the advisors of our kingdom. They provide suggestions on how to improve. Oh, we don't have enough food in winter. Oh, we have no space to keep our stone. Oh, we don't have proper defense against invaders. Words, words, words. My first policy? Raise tax! Sadly for us, it can only go up to 60%. But don't you worry, I'm not done yet. Some of the wolves are now dead, killed by your boy, Peter himself. What this won't do? Now the wall houses are not even surrounding anything. Let's fix that. Behold, the cemetery! The peasants must really love this design because some of them just decide to stop moving altogether. Wondering if ghosts are real. Ah, me too, Vita Canis, me too. But enough of that. Time to bring in the big star, the pigs. But here's the thing. Oh, what's that you say? You don't like the smell of pigs next to your house? Well, say no more. More pig houses coming right up. No need to thank me. Oh, look, the happiness is 0. Yeah, let's keep it pushing. Oh no, the wall is on fire. This must be the work of the Purple Empire. Shout out to the farmers though. Surrounded by flames and still out here planting wheat as if it's just a minor inconvenience. The damage done was immense, and there is only one way to prevent this from ever happening again. That's right, we are building another wall. It comes with 2 steps verification. It's completely useless, by the way, because the invaders can still swim around it, which makes it so perfect. Alright, up next, statues. And I mean a lot of them. And I mean a lot of them. Well, isn't this just a sight to behold? With all the peasants starving and everything. I can only imagine what the enemies are seeing right now. Except the absolute nightmare that is our island. And here's a quick list of all the complaints so far. This is only just the beginning and nothing can stop me. I have been stopped. Looks like it's because I made the kingdom way too sad for the peasants to live in. And I love that the game just forced me to stop playing as if this kingdom is far beyond recovery. Well, I'll take that as a challenge then. Let's load up the world again. Just right before we get overthrown. And our new goal is to turn that 0 into a kilo divided by 10. But we have to hurry though, or else we'll be overthrown again. Alright, I hope you're ready for a quick round because we are moving fast. First up, the peasants want taverns. Let's build a tavern then. And of course, surrounded by a moat of water. The only way to get here is to swim across a full 10 meters length of water. They don't seem to mind it though, so I've done the same to all the taverns across the island. Alright, next. The peasants want roads to be built next to their houses. But do I really have to do that? Can I just build a single patch of road instead? Looks like it is working because they are happy already. So we're gonna build them some roads, but only with the lowest level of efforts possible. The happiness is now 28. We are heading towards the right direction. Up next, drinking water. Now we can build them a simple well just for drinking water. But why stop there? Let's build them a fancy fountain. But the fountain is a little more complicated than the well here, you see. To build a working fountain, you would need to connect it to this fancy water bowl, which is connected to the aqueducts, which in turn is connected to this spinny water giver. We could build a bunch of these across the island, but I have a better idea. One long aqueduct line that take up a stupid amount of space. Let me give you a quick tour. So the line starts with all these spinny wheels. Then it goes into our very first neighborhood, just rudely cutting right into the houses. Good luck trying to find your way in a house for this one. And then the line goes on, avoiding the doggo den because I'm not a monster. And then it cut right through the graveyard. A perfect use of space if you ask me. Then it cut straight through this neighborhood, avoiding the wolves as always. Finally, it forced its way through a solid wall to appear on the other side. And here comes the fountain. Let's also give my peasants what they truly want. That's right, I'm talking about the bathhouse for that sweet, sweet gamer girl bath water. I got you, fam! But we're not done yet. Let's also build them a theater. Ah yes, the theater, placed perfectly inside the wall with absolutely no entrance. The performances are so exclusive, even the actors can't get in. Never mind, I spoke too soon. My peasants are apparently playing in spectator mode because they face through wall like it's nothing. The Vikings are not too happy about it though. If you look closely, you can see our peasants on top of the Vikings' shoulder. Yes, it means they are being kidnapped. Also, I love how other peasants just give zero fucks about what's happening. We got a problem. Happiness is down to 9. Mostly due to food shortage and trauma from Viking attacks. Well, this won't do. We have to move fast. Not enough food, you say? Then how about some fishing huts? And by some, I mean a lot of them. And by a lot, I mean a lot of them. Trauma, you say? Then have some churches. Alright everyone, the church is open. Go pray that the Vikings kidnap your neighbor instead the next time they raid us. Alright, lightning round, let's go! Food, food, food. Library? 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 Statue, 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 statue. Town square, town square, town square. Hey, we're getting there. But it looks like they still want that jousting arena. So we're gonna give what the people want. I desire perpetual violence. But the horses are cute though. Look at that smiley face. Hospital, hospital, and hospital. Lastly, no gravekeepers are willing to come inside this wall to take care of the corpses. So let's build them their own private graveyards. Just a reminder to the farmers that if they work hard enough, one day they will have a place to rest in here. They must really like that graveyard because the happiness is 100. This is it, boys. This is what the perfect kingdom looks like. Actually, I take that back. It is still missing something. We'll be right back. Now this is the perfect kingdom with the giant statue of Queen Barbara occupying every space possible. And everything is alright. Except for one thing, this empire is still standing. And it's way too pretty. We can't have that. I must destroy it right now. But how will I attack without an army, you ask? Well, what I didn't tell you is that I actually once held a feast with King Digenes. What I also did not tell you is that those breads were filled with spinal fluids of... On that day, mankind received a grim reminder. In a blink of an eye, 103 ogres appear inside the inner wall of the Purple Empire. And there you have it. A kingdom so miserable, I have to destroy it. Oh, that was fun. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.